Howdy, howdy, and welcome to another wonderful trash take. Today, we're talking about the scariest thing in the universe, being alone. That's right. When I go to sleep each night, I'm by myself, and it's absolutely terrifying. No, I'm actually kidding. I am alone. That part's not a joke, but I mean like aliens in the universe. That's where we're going. We're talking about aliens, obviously. Not my love life. Back to the point at hand. So, apparently tomorrow on July 26th, some members of Congress are going to have a special meeting to talk with former military and intelligence analysts about aliens and UFOs, which I don't know. Sounded interesting to me. So if y'all didn't hear, a few months ago, NASA had a big board meeting and a panel where they were talking about aliens and UFOs, and they decided that we're no longer calling them UFOs, we're calling them UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. And they've went to go on to speak about how they've been looking for the past year for aliens, going over video footage, and then they went to go talk about, well, we haven't really found anything, and we've disqualified about 90% of the footage, and here's why. They can't really measure it. They had a bunch of analytics they needed to establish in order to define this as a good system, so that way they could take any video, pass it through a few tests to verify its authenticity before they decide to admit it as whether or not it's on unanimous proof of aliens or not. And that fails for quite a few reasons. Most of the time when someone's taking a video of a UFO, they got Parkinson's and it's on an iPhone 1. So you know it's like 60p and their hands are shaking like a man that's about to say Yahtzee. And it doesn't really help because that footage has to be verified in order for them to want to consider it as good footage. And then on the other downside is they also admitted that when they looked at video footage, if it was from a confidential source, i.e. from a government aircraft, they went ahead and disqualified it because that's technically confidential, even if it's been leaked, and they don't want to get in that ballpark of worms. So I was just like, that's pretty stupid considering you're governmental. NASA is paid for by the United States government. And then that also came to another thing is they held a 4-hour panel to basically discuss nothing besides they're no longer called UFOs, they're called UAPs. Because they had been researching this for like a year and they had nothing to show for it, which was absolutely amazing waste of American taxpayer dollars, which poggers. I really don't know what to say. That's absolutely astonishing. Oh, they also were complaining about please don't bully us online. And they really wonder why they're getting bullied online when they spent a year looking for aliens and they came up with nothing. Really, NASA? Really? Anyways, back to the story at hand. Apparently tomorrow, I saw an article on Twitter that the government is going to be holding a public hearing about UFOs, like I said earlier, and it will include testimony from former military and intelligence personnel. What does that mean? Intelligence personnel probably means anyone that's worked for the FBI. Former military means anyone that's worked for the military, Air Force, Navy, Marines. I don't know. Do they probe the Marines? Do the Marines ever talk about getting probed? I imagine the Air Force has a few encounters, which I've seen some footage from. So Air Force might have something to show. Navy, I don't know. Navy's got some really good sonars from what I understand because they're out in the middle of nowhere and they're always scanning. So maybe they should have found something by now. But then why isn't the Air Force either? And then why has no one said anything? Is it classified? Is there aliens? Are we all alone in this universe? I don't know. I think it'd be absolutely terrifying to find out that there is no other sentient life form. And I mean, like, that's what I define as an alien, something with sentience. Because, yeah, there's, like, been bacteria I think they found on an asteroid in space. Technically, that's alien. It's foreign. It's other material that didn't originate from Earth. So, it's just not sentient, you know? It's kind of like the hard test to follow. If we are the only sentient species in this universe, that's kind of scary. But if there are other sentient species, hopefully they're not nearly as murderous as us, too. Like, think could turn to the War of Worlds real quick, you know? Just an interesting topic because I think aliens are kind of cool. I like space in general. Space is cool. No, if anyone's ever told you space isn't cool, they're a moron. Don't listen to them. Space is amazing. It's like kind of like Rocket Man. He's always wanted to go to Mars, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of cool, but once you get to Mars, you gotta like terraform the planet because no atmosphere. So I mean, a little atmosphere, so you're like gonna die, and you can't really grow crops outside, so you can only live indoors or under the planet. I mean, unless we're gonna become subterranean people, I don't really see that working very well. I like to occasionally go for a stroll outside before I burn, so that's going to be kind of hard to do with no atmosphere. Burn a lot faster too, maybe? I don't know. Mars is further away from Earth than the sun, so technically solar power will also be less efficient because solar power is solely dependent on how close you are to the sun. A lot of issues with going to Mars in general. I don't know. I think us becoming an interplanetary species would be a big step forward to us eventually going out to see other stars, galaxies, solar systems, whatever you want to say. And the fact that we haven't been visited by aliens for definitive proof to me is interesting as well. Because I don't think it means we're alone. I just think it means that that is a hard gap to beat. So maybe we're hitting the edge of our science here. Space travel is never going to be possible, blah, 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 blah. Don't know. Just wanted to rant about this because I thought it was great that we had that entire year of NASA talk about all the stuff that they had for aliens and they came up with nothing. And now the United States government's deciding to hold a public hearing as well. So we're just wasting more taxpayer dollars at this point, which absolutely amazing. Go for it. America #1. That's if we're not embezzling funds in something, we're giving them away for stupid stuff like this, and I'm glad for it. I'm all here for it. It's where my tax dollars go to. Amen, brother. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Let me know what y'all think. I hope you guys all aren't alone in your bedrooms tonight. I hope you have someone there to share the warmth with, and I hope that you comment down below and let me know that. Definitely want to hear. Hope that you comment down below that you believe in aliens, or you comment down below, no, aliens aren't real. Here's your tinfoil hat. Either way, thank you very much. Make sure to like the video, and if you feel like it, go ahead and subscribe too. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, later.